Oh, you're gonna do it from here?
Which side's better? The other, we haven't filmed anything here before. The other.
Yeah, I guess usually you're always on this side. Are you filming? He's gonna be the intro. Welcome to our new home, our new kitchen, and the new set for Tasty Thrifty Timeline going forward.
Yes.
Oh, are we still Tasty Thrifty Timeline?
I think we're gonna stay with it. More people voted for it.
Tasty Thrifty Vegan was a top contender. But most people said that they didn't mind our name the way that it was.
We're gonna embrace being a little different, and I think that's okay.
And the alliteration, it rolls off people's tongues a little nicely. They like it. So if you've been following us for a while, you know that just over 3 years ago, we moved from Toronto to Vancouver Island. And now we have moved back to our first actual home in southwestern Ontario in our home province. Our previous video, when we moved from Toronto to Vancouver Island, we took a bit longer to do that trip. We did it in 6 days.
Yep.
We did more sightseeing. We focused on food a bit more and ate out. So that video focuses on our top tips for how to survive on a road trip as a vegan. This video will be more about car snacks. I think that was our food story for this trip.
Yeah, we didn't, don't get excited. We didn't eat anything amazing, but.
That's kind of the fun part of this video.
Yeah. I think, you know, we had a lot going on and.
We did it faster. So instead of 6 days, we did the drive in 4 and we drove for like 10 to 15 hours per day.
Yeah.
So they were busier days. So you will see how those snacks that I made with only, I think, a few utensils, 1 pot and 1 pan in our kitchen before we left, really came in handy on this.
You made those seed crackers in a pot.
I did.
That's a little sneak peek for later. The farewell to the island couldn't have been more picturesque because
We started with a sunset ferry ride for our final trip off Vancouver Island and heading to Vancouver to start our drive. We had had dinner the previous night with our friends Maya and Nitin, and they generously gave us some leftovers to have on this ferry journey. So we had some leftover broccoli pasta.
shout out to them.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was nice. It was comforting. We had some kind of figured out how to make some bruschetta with the bread that they gave us and the tomatoes, and there was a little bit of antipasto left as well. So we actually, the lady beside us, we got into a conversation with her because she was like, that looks delicious.
So we took in the beautiful sunsets from the ferry. We said goodbye to the island and we were off.
And our first full day of driving, the next day took us from Vancouver to
Medicine Hat, Alberta.
And the first thing we did was take advantage of the continental breakfast at the hotel, which was one of our tips in our first road trip video when we went out to BC, was to book hotels with a free continental breakfast or, wrapped into your price. And usually you can cobble together a decent breakfast from those. So there's usually some oatmeal and you can scrounge some granola, some dried fruit.
I think we had the whitest white toast you could ever find. It was so
There's
white.
always toast, there's always bagels. Usually there's those little peanut butter packs. Get a little boost of protein from those. Some banana, slice it in there, and you got yourself a decent little breakfast.
Boom.
Might not be the prettiest,
But
might not be the tastiest.
it was thrifty-ish.
Yeah, we did have some snacks to keep us occupied during this first day of driving, but I did have some limited resources. So I made some energy balls. We have more in a bigger cooler in the back, but we're hitting traffic. But anyway, so I'll just talk to you. I took a few out just for us to have now, but these are the chickpea peanut butter energy balls that are on the blog. They were really handy to make just before we left because I'd already packed all of our kitchen stuff. And we had some frozen chickpeas. And for these, I just mashed the chickpeas with a fork.
Hi.
So I don't use a food processor or anything to make these energy balls. So that was handy. And here we're stopped now behind traffic.
In a bowl, I think.
Yeah, or a pot, because that's all I
The last
have left.
few days has been pretty blurry.
Do you want to try one since you're not really driving it?
Sure thing.
Is this a 1 bite? It's kind of,
I feel confident.
it's big. Okay.
Could have been 2.
I made them a little heftier because, we need some sustenance on this drive.
Chickpeas.
And peanut butter and some oats.
And we know you love chickpeas, so make these.
The scenery on the first day of driving was beautiful, driving through British Columbia into Alberta.
Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
I cut you off.
No, I was just Reminiscing.
And the one thing that I did make that was more food prep than snack prep was our sheet pan breakfast burritos. I think we had like 14 of them. And in all the moving chaos, we realized that we never once filmed anything for them.
We didn't film making them, didn't film eating them.
And it felt like all we did was eat these breakfast burritos.
Yeah, we had the breakfast burritos for every meal, lunch, dinner. A lot of you have made them and really like them. And if you haven't made them yet, you should, because we just ate them for about 4 days in a row. And I could go for another one. Yeah, totally. Maybe like properly warmed up.
Yeah.
No.
So you should check out the video for those. They're super easy. It's all made in one sheet pan. And the egg substitute is tofu and chickpea flour. You just roast the veggies, you blend up the tofu and chickpea flour egg, you pour it over, you bake again for, I don't know, a total half hour or something like that.
Yep.
And then you can cut it all up and you can freeze these breakfast burritos. So it worked perfectly for us on this trip, although they did start getting a little soggy after a few days because we couldn't keep them totally frozen.
It's all good. It was chickpea flour. It wasn't going to hurt us.
So that was a bit more sustenance that got us through. But for fun along the way, we did stop at a couple Canadian classics.
We stopped and did a very Canadian thing. We went to Tim Hortons. We don't usually go to Tim Hortons. We don't usually get coffee out, but we got chai tea lattes with the chai tea bags.
Because they had almond milk.
Yeah.
And they had oat milk, and we wanted oat milk, but they were out of it. So we got almond milk.
Which is good though. People were having the oat milk, or they forgot.
Or they don't stock very much of it.
But anyways, there's a mountain right up ahead there.
Oh, look at the views.
And then we ran into a bit of a thunderstorm.
That beautiful weather turned on us, and it kind of changed our dinner plans. All right, this is our second full day of driving, and so we started in Alberta, and we're making our way all the way through Saskatchewan and through most of Manitoba today, and we're ending in Winnipeg, Manitoba. But yesterday, so our dinner situation
Turned into another breakfast burrito.
it turned into, we've had a lot of very soggy breakfast burritos because I froze them and now they've defrosted and we have no way of like heating them up again. So,
But they're filling with the wrap and the chickpea flour, so it'll be good. We had a bit of a dead patch yesterday. We had to go around Calgary, and so there wasn't really anything to eat, or at least not for us. So
yeah, well, we had planned, there wasn't anything really, because we had planned to stop in Calgary and get some food there. But then we were diverted around Calgary, so that didn't happen. And it was also like a really severe thunderstorm with cool lightning, but not fun to drive through. So we just got to the hotel at almost midnight and just crashed. We had a little fasting day.
what did we have for breakfast this morning? We mixed it up a little bit.
Did we?
We had some baked beans.
Oh yeah, we did have it.
Some potatoes
Yeah. Along with some oatmeal.
and a banana, some raisins and that sort of thing.
Yeah. But we'll assess the breakfast situation tomorrow and potentially maybe just bring down some muesli that I made before we left and just add some water to that. And that has like chia seeds and flax seeds, and it might be a little more filling for us.
Because tomorrow's our biggest day. It's going to be 15 hours.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Today's like an easy 10. So our drive through the prairies, it was a cloudy day.
Yeah, it wasn't great weather, but it was okay.
And it was still a pretty drive through the prairies with all the flat plains and again the trains going by and the bars.
We got the giggles in the prairies.
After 7 hours or so, that's when we maybe started losing our minds just a little bit. We just started snacking on these, I forgot what brand this is, what it's called, but these crackers from Costco. They have like sweet potato ones, beet ones, and then these are jalapeno. That just looks good.
I got the hiccups. They're so hot. I got a little bit of spice.
They're nice, but they are a little spicy. And I think our stomachs are too empty for them. You can do it.
But we ended up in Winnipeg. That was our destination, so we arrived safe and sound.
Dinner this night was much more exciting because we got to Winnipeg with enough time to order food. So we got cozy, we ordered some food.
Big city. Vegan place was right around the corner from our hotel. How about that?
We had multiple options we could have chosen from.
Yeah, it was. We got some green juice from a nice place called Stella's in
Winnipeg. That's where we are. And these are commercially compostable, so that's great. It's not plastic. We've got these awesome
And it's
sandwiches.
like vegetables and
Yep,
fruit.
vegetables and fruit. We're excited. I'm in my PJs. Let's party. This is
With a green smoothie.
with the this is my idea of a good time.
And then the other smoothie is like, it has some almond butter in it and almond milk.
I don't know if I've tried this one.
It's pear and banana and almond butter.
Oh,
It's a little like creamier, milkier.
got like a bit of an ice cream vibe.
Oh,
I think it's probably because of the almond butter.
that's how vegan we are. And we got these like,
Really good sandwiches.
what are these? They're quinoa patties
on like
with some sort of like chutney. And I didn't know they were going to come on focaccia. I guess that's the vegan version because it's supposed to be brioche buns.
right.
And it was supposed to come with some coleslaw. Oh, that's probably not vegan. That's why. We were like, it didn't come with the coleslaw, but
But that's good because you can't eat the coleslaw. It makes your tummy hurt.
So tonight will be a better night, just full of French fries.
PJ time, sandwich time, cuddle time, sleep time.
And we'll see you tomorrow. So because we were up too early for the hotel breakfast this day.
That's early.
Yeah, usually those start at like 6 a.m. We were early risers, but it actually worked out really well because I think the muesli was more filling and tastier than what we were getting at the hotel breakfast.
We have shots of the muesli you prepped back at the apartment.
So muesli was a fantastic way to use up some of my pantry staples before we moved. I just tossed oats and some of our nuts, shredded coconut, dried fruit, and I think I've maybe put some cinnamon and some cane sugar in there and just toasted it all for I don't know how long, maybe a half hour. And that muesli we were able to put in our smoothie cups from our smoothies from a dinner before with some sliced banana, and it just added water while we were driving. It would have been tastier with milk, but it was still a pretty good, pretty filling breakfast. And then another great way to use up those pantry staples was to make a trail mix, which we also snacked on throughout the drive. So again, I think in the trail mix went most of our nuts and seeds, some dried fruit, we had some candied ginger, and I think I had chocolate chips in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of the drive that day was really pretty. Lake Superior, sunsets, lots of other little tiny bodies of water. I mean, Northern Ontario's pretty.
We left the prairies, we're into Northern Ontario, and every time we passed a new province, we missed the sign. So we got into Ontario.
We needed something other than breakfast burritos, and we diversified greatly with pita pit, which is sort of like a breakfast burrito, but not.
Yeah, usually they have it like a bean patty option, and
We did
which they
falafel.
sort of did because it was falafel, but there's only one option, I think, for us.
Got some pita pit, and been driving another 7 hours.
It's a good thing we did stop for a pita pit, though, because a similar thing happened to us for dinner.
Yeah, we sort of hit a bit of a gray zone. There wasn't really any restaurants to stop at, or at least nothing for us to eat at.
And there wasn't even really any roadside, because we were like, we could do a veggie burger option from like a
A&W.
chain.
Yeah, but there wasn't. So
We stopped into like a Mr. Sub and tried to see if there was anything for us, and there wasn't.
there wasn't. So we had some more chickpea energy balls. I think I had another breakfast burrito. Breakfast burrito count was probably up to 8 at this point. And
Not all one day.
No, not all one day, just on the trip in total. But, was getting my protein in.
And although we didn't have many food options, we had another just snacking dinner. Ontario did give us a nice little welcome this night.
Yeah, we saw the Northern Lights, which I never saw when we were on the island. You did, but I never got to see them. So that was really cool. It was really pretty. A little something to remember Sault Ste. Marie by.
Yeah.
Last day of driving.
Day 4.
Day 4 brings us around Toronto, where we hit some traffic.
We felt right at home.
Yeah, right back where we started. Yeah, we had our seed crackers. You made more muesli in the morning. Or no, we had.
Yeah, because we skipped the hotel breakfast again because we actually preferred the muesli.
But there were some bananas that you took.
And I stole some paper cups to make the muesli in. We had our reusable spoons though, which is a tip in our previous road trip video, is to bring your own like stainless steel or little like bamboo utensil set for trips like this.
And then we started coming into Southwestern Ontario. We saw the farm fields and we arrived at our new home. Here we are. So the next couple videos, we're going to catch you up to speed on what we ate as we settled in. So
You've been very patient waiting for us to get back into video making, so
Yes.
thank you for hanging in there.
thanks for sticking with us. But we're so excited to show you the new kitchen, the new house, the new setup. And what do you think? Does this sort of work? Kind of, maybe, not sure. Also, do you want to see a kitchen tour? Do you want to see a pantry tour? I think so. We'll see you next week because we're back.